Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to solve the problem related with the waveguides. Okay, so in the previous video, so this topic is from the transmission lines and RF system and transmission lines and waveguide subject. So in the previous video, we discussed the important formulas. Okay, so important formulas we have to remember in order to solve this problems. Okay, so we discussed, so what is the thing for propagation constant formula, phase constant, cutoff frequency, cutoff wavelength, guide wavelength, phase velocity, okay, group velocity, and wave impedance formulas. So we discussed. So if you want to learn that formula means first, so you learn that formula and you come back here in order to solve this problem. Okay. So now you see the question. A parallel plane waveguide consists of two sheets of good conductor separated by 10 centimeter. Okay. So here the parallel plane waveguide, it consists of the two sheets of good conductor. The separation between this two sheet is said to be 10 centimeter. So this 10 centimeter is said to be A. Okay. And the question is find the propagation constant. Okay. So we have to find the propagation constant eta at the frequencies of 100 megahertz and 10 gigahertz. In two operating frequency, we have to find out the propagation constant. Okay, when the waveguide is operated in TE10 mode. So for what mode we are going to solve means TE10 mode. So from this TE10, you have to find the value of M. Okay, the M is equal to 1. If TE, that is TE M0, M value is 1. Okay, and the another question is, does the propagation takes place in each case? In each case, the propagation takes place or not. That is, if we are propagating 100 megahertz signal, the propagation is there or not, we have to check. And if the 10 gigahertz signal is propagating in through the particular thing, the propagation is takes place or not, we have to find out. Okay. So first we have to note down the given data. So what are the given data? First TE10 mode. So from the TE10 mode, we have to determine the value of M and N. So M is this 1 and N is equal to 0. Okay, so you note down. Then the next one, what is the separation between the two parallel plate? 10 centimeter. So this 10 centimeter is A. Okay, so while substituting this A value in our formula, you just substitute the A value in meters. Okay, so that's why 10 centimeter you just convert into meter. So 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 or 0.1 meter. Okay, 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 you put, or otherwise it's a 0.1 meter. Okay, you just divide this 10 divided by 100. It is a conversion for centimeter to meter. Then the operating frequency is given as 100 megahertz and 10 gigahertz. So in two cases, we are going to find the propagation constant. It is our thing. Okay. And here the propagation takes place through free space. So that's why the mu is said to be mu naught and epsilon is said to be epsilon naught. Okay. So that's why the free space velocity, it is nothing but C equal to 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught, which is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power 8. Okay. 3 into 10 to the power 8 speed of the light in air. Okay. This is the thing. And now we are going to solve the thing. So our question is we have to find the propagation constant. So what is the propagation constant formula for our the wave propagating via the parallel plane? So already you know the propagation constant eta equal to, so you see already we discussed this formulas in the previous videos. So you know eta equal to square root of m pi by a the squared minus omega squared mu epsilon. Okay. So here you see square root of m pi by a squared minus omega squared mu epsilon. So here what is the value of m? M is 1. So if m is 1 means this formula is reduced to pi by a the squared minus omega. The omega we can expand it as 2 pi f. And what is this mu epsilon? So you know 1 by square root of mu epsilon, it is nothing but c. Okay. If you are taking square on both sides, c squared is equal to 1 by mu epsilon. So from that mu epsilon is equal to 1 by c squared. So that's why this mu epsilon, instead of this mu epsilon, we may substitute 1 by c squared. So that's why this formula is pi by a the squared minus 2 pi f by c the whole squared, where c is a 3 into 10 to the power 8 speed of light. Okay, then we are going to find this propagation constant in two conditions. One is for the frequency is 100 megahertz, another one is gigahertz. Okay, so first case for frequency is 100 megahertz. So you substitute this f value and the a value. What is the a value? So in our problem, the a is given as 10 centimeter, that is 0.1 meter. The operating frequency 100 megahertz. Okay, so you just substitute the value. So pi by a value is 0.1 the whole square minus 2 pi f. What is f? 100 mega. So 100 into mega means 10 to the power 6 divided by what is c? 3 into 10 to the power 8 the whole square. Okay, so if you are solving, we can get the answer is the propagation constant eta equal to 31.346. Okay, so here you see the propagation constant value, it will be real. Okay, usually the propagation constant, it is a complex quantity. Already you know the propagation constant eta equal to alpha plus j beta. But here the eta, the answer here is only the real part. That means what is the meaning? This propagation constant eta becomes alpha. So that's why this 31.346 is said to be attenuation constant. Okay. So what is the unit for attenuation constant? Nepers per meter. Okay. So if the propagation constant becomes attenuation constant, what is the meaning? If the propagation constant becomes attenuation constant means all wave gets attenuated. So no propagation takes place in this frequency 100 megahertz. That is the meaning. Okay, here the question, they asked the question, you know, does the propagation takes place in each case? This is the question. So if the operating frequency is 100 megahertz means the wave propagation, there is no propagation takes place at this 100 megahertz since the propagation constant becomes a real value. Real value means it becomes an attenuation constant. Okay, so now we are going to check it for the another one frequency. What is the another one given frequency? 10 giga. Okay, so similarly you just find the propagation constant at a frequency 10 giga. So you take this formula. Okay, this formula, eta formula. In this formula you just substitute this, instead of f you may substitute 10 giga. So pi by 0.1 the square minus 2 giga, 2 into f. F is 10 into 10 to the power 9. Giga means 10 to the power 9 into pi divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8 the whole square. So if you are solving, we can get the answer is, that is this answer minus this answer. Here this part is lesser than the second part. So that's why we can get a square root of minus some value. Okay, so square root of minus. Okay, so if directly you are putting square root of minus some answer, if you are typing the calci means you will get the syntax error. Okay, square root of minus, it is nothing but a j. Okay, so you just in calci you just find square root of the remaining answer. So the propagation constant eta becomes j into 207.07. So according to this, you see, what is this? The propagation constant, it is alpha plus j beta. So if you are comparing this thing, here the propagation constant becomes purely imaginary. So purely imaginary means what is the value of this alpha? This alpha becomes 0. That means the attenuation becomes 0. So attenuation becomes 0 means what is the meaning? 100% propagation takes place. Okay. So if the propagation constant has the imaginary value, so the attenuation becomes 0. So the propagation takes place at 10 gigahertz. Okay, so in 100 megahertz, the attenuation will not take, propagation will not take place since all signal gets attenuated. But the frequency is 10 gigahertz, the attenuation takes place. Okay, so this is a one type of problem. And the another one problem we are going to solve. So you see the second question. A pair of perfectly conducting plane are separated by 8 centimeter in air. So this 8 centimeter is a A. For the frequency of 5000 megahertz with TM1 mode, excited, find the following. Okay, cutoff frequency, characteristics impedance, attenuation constant for f equal to 0.95 fc, phase shift, phase velocity, group velocity, wavelength measured along the guiding wave walls. Okay, so these are all the things we have to measure. So in between the two parallel plane, what are the given data? Three data given. A given, frequency given, TM one mode given. Okay, that is M value given. So first you note down the data. So for TM one mode, so TM one mode means what is this one? One is said to be M. Okay, and A is 8 centimeter. So you convert a centimeter into meter. So 8 by 100. So 0.08 meter. Okay, then the operating frequency is 5000 megahertz. These are all the three given data. Okay, so we have to find out each thing. What is the first question? Cutoff frequency. So already you know the cutoff frequency formula. Okay, so this is the propagation constant formula. This is the cutoff frequency. So the cutoff frequency formula for the parallel plane is Fc equal to M into V divided by 2A. This V is nothing but C. Okay, V or C. The same thing only. M by 2A into V already you know. Okay, we discussed in the previous video the formula. So you see the cutoff frequency equal to MC by 2A. The C is nothing but a V. So M here, M is 1. What is A? A is 0.08. And what is V? 3 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, you just substitute and find out the answer. It is 1.875 gigahertz. This is the cutoff frequency. Okay, so the first question, cutoff frequency calculated. And the second question, characteristics impedance. Okay, so what is the characteristics impedance? The characteristics impedance eta is nothing but square root of mu naught by epsilon naught. Okay, so this is, you know, this is the constant value. It is a 120 pi. Or if you are solving, substituting the pi value means we can get 377 ohm. Okay, the characteristics impedance is nothing but 120 pi. It's a square root of mu naught by epsilon naught. So it's a 120 pi or 377 ohm. Okay. And the third thing. So what is the third question? We have to find attenuation constant alpha for the condition is the frequency F is 0.95 times the cutoff frequency. Okay. So already you know if the propagating signal, okay, if the operating signal is less than cutoff frequency means that type of wave, it will not propagate via the waveguide or parallel plane. Okay, already you know here the given condition is F is 0.95 Fc. That means the F is lesser than Fc. So the propagation will not take place. So that propagation constant eta becomes alpha. Okay, so in order to find the attenuation constant alpha, you just find the propagation constant. The propagation constant becomes a real value. That real value is called as attenuation constant. Okay, so the propagation constant eta equal to alpha equal to square root of, you know the formula, m pi by a the squared minus omega squared mu epsilon. So m value, you know, it is 1. A value, it is given as 0.08. And omega, if you are expanding this omega, 2 pi f the squared. And mu epsilon is nothing but 1 by v squared or 1 by c squared. Okay, so you substitute v is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power 8. And the f is nothing but, so what is the f here? So the f is nothing but, here you see, if the frequency is 0.95 into the cutoff frequency. Okay, so you just substitute and the attenuation constant, so 0.95. So you see the frequency f is nothing but 0.95 into Fc. So 0.95 into Fc is 1.875 into giga 10 to the power 9. The whole square divided by this. So you may get the answer 12.26. So you see the propagation constant becomes a real quantity. So real means this part is tends to be attenuation constant alpha. So attenuation constant means the unit is Nepers per meter. Okay, so the third question we calculated attenuation constant. What is the fourth thing? Phase shift, phase velocity, group velocity. Okay, so the next thing, phase shift. So the phase shift beta. the phase shift or phase constant beta. So you know the beta formula. Beta formula is nothing but the reverse of eta. So square root of omega squared mu epsilon minus m pi by a the squared. Okay. So here the operating frequency is 5000 megahertz. Okay. So the 5000 megahertz. So you just substitute. So this omega, if you are expanding 2 pi f. So f is 5000 mega to the whole square, and mu epsilon is nothing but, so you know, mu into epsilon is nothing but 1 by c squared. Okay, 1 by c squared. So 1 by c squared is 3 into 10 to the power 8 the whole square, minus m is 1, a is 0.08. So you just substitute, and using calci you just calculate the answer, 97.08 radians. Okay, so this is the phase constant or phase shift. Then the next question, phase velocity. So what is the phase velocity? The phase velocity is nothing but omega by beta. Okay, so you may use two formula. This is one of the formula. This is one of the formula. So in any formula you can solve, you can get the same answer only. So according to the general definition, the phase velocity is nothing but omega by beta. Omega means 2 pi f by beta. So 2 pi f, what is the operating frequency? 5000 meha. So 5000 meha divided by beta. So just now beta value calculated 97.08. If you are substituting, you can get 3.236 into 10 to the power 8. Okay. Or in order to calculate this phase velocity, you know, one more formula, you know, in terms of cutoff frequency. Okay. So the phase velocity is equal to c by square root of 1 minus fc by f the whole square. Okay. Where c is 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 1 minus, what is cutoff frequency? 1.875 giga divided by the operating frequency 5000 meha to the whole square. So if you are solving, so you see the same answer. Okay, so in any formula, this is also one of the formula for phase velocity. This is also one of the formula. This is in terms of beta. This is in terms of cutoff frequency. In any way, you can get the same answer. Okay, so you can use any one formula in order to solve this phase velocity. Okay, then the next question, group velocity. So group velocity. So in order to solve the group velocity, already you know the product of phase velocity and group velocity, Vp into Vg equal to c squared. Okay, Vp into Vg equal to c squared. So phase velocity just now we calculated. So from that, the group velocity is equal to c squared divided by Vp. Okay, so Vg equal to c squared divided by Vp. So C, what is C? 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by Vp, 3.236 into 10 to the power 8. So the answer is 2.78 meter per second. So all velocity, the velocity unit is meter per second. Okay. Then the next thing, guide wavelength. So the guide wavelength formula, you know, the guide wavelength is equal to lambda by square root of 1 minus lambda by lambda c the whole squared. So where what is lambda? Lambda is said to be wavelength, c by f. Okay. So c 3 into 10 to the power 8, f is the operating frequency 5000 megahertz. So if you are substituting, you get 0.06 meter. And cutoff wavelength is nothing but 2a by m. Okay, so 2a by m or c divided by fc. Okay, c by fc. The fc, the cutoff frequency, just now we calculated 1.875 gigahertz. Okay, so you may use so 2a by m formula, or otherwise c divided by fc formula. You see, you get 0.16 meter. Okay, so you substitute lambda c in our guide wavelength formula. Okay, so you see, you got the answer, lambda g equal to 0.0647 meter. Okay, so that's all the thing calculated. So we calculated the first thing, cutoff frequency fc, and another one characteristics impedance. The next one attenuation constant. Okay, then phase constant, phase velocity, group velocity, guide wavelength. Okay, so in order to solve this problem, first you should know the formulas. Okay, in order to solve this, So that formulas already I posted in the previous video. If you want to learn that video, I will give link in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, or in my channel in the name of transmission lines and RF system, one playlist is there, and the transmission lines and RF system MCQ, one playlist is there. In that video, all in that playlist, all videos are available in order from unit 1 to this. Okay, so you use that videos to learn all topics. Okay, so thank you. Thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. Okay, so we will meet in the next video with the rectangular waveguide problem.